My favourite book by Dan Santat. It's Humpty Dumpty, the second, basically. It's called After the Fall. So there's Humpty Dumpty. So you all know Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't but Humpty together again. So this is all about how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favourite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. There's Humpty, he's all but back together. He's coming out of King's County Hospital. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages or glue. Oh no, Humpty Dumpty's sleeping on the floor. He's too scared to get up to his bed bunk. Poor Humpty Dumpty. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favourite things. Oh no, all the cereal down the bottom is all grey and gloomy. But look at the cereal boxes all at the top. They're so colourful. Poor Humpty Dumpty, he's too scared to get onto the ladder and get his favourite cereal. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Can you see the idea flying? Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying. He's been very resilient. He's keeping trying until I got it just right. Wow, he's made a paper bird. My plane was perfect and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Oh no. They always do. No, there's Humpty Dumpty and look, his plain bird has flown over the wall. Oh no. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time, until I was no longer afraid. Wow, look at Humpty Dumpty all the way at the top of the wall. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. What's going to happen? Look, his egg's starting to crack. There's the egg cracking. Suddenly there's lots of wings. And learned how to fly. So all along, Humpty Dumpty was an egg, and the egg was a bird's egg. And look, he's just cracked into the most beautiful bird, and he's flying off the wall. And that's why this book, After the Fall, is one of my favourite books. Because even when accidents happen, you have to get back up again and try again.